Alright, so here I am in the garage with the foam clay. So I did edit this a wee bit. I put some like better tape on it, and I've kind of roughly marked out the markings, even though that's not really going to matter because we're just going to put foam clay over it. I made these front ones a bit longer. I actually watched some Clone Wars and did some study on her Lekku. I kind of want to get them as perfect as possible, so made them a bit wider here at this bit here and a little bit thinner down the back. And then I also noticed that her back one is actually a very different shape from the others. So it's more like wide, I guess, at the bottom. And she's got quite a thin bit here, and it kind of gets wider about halfway down. So I kind of edited that back bit so it's a little bit more accurate. It's still about the same length by the looks of it, maybe a little bit shorter. But yeah, just really was trying to go off pictures of what she looks like. So they might not be 100% accurate, but I feel like they look alright. We shall see. Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty happy with the shape. And I'm just going to go ahead with the foam clay. Yeah. Alright. So the foam clay, like I said, it comes in a tub. But it also comes in an airtight bag, which is really important because it gets really dry if it's not airtight, and then it's basically useless. So make sure you seal the foam clay properly. Basically, because I've already got 3, I'm going to try and do 1 bag per Lekku because I've got 3 kind of bits. So I feel like I should start at the front and work my way around to the back. I'm going to start here on the horn. But I'm not sure if there's an easier way to put foam clay on. But I just kind of make a ball with my hand. And then just kind of layer it on. And just do it with my fingers. Oh, this foam clay is so like fresh. It just goes on so nice. With the thickness, I feel like I kind of probably about the thickness of my thin foam is what I'm aiming for. See if I can find any. But yeah, for the thickness of the foam clay, I'm trying to get it probably about that thin. So I don't want it really thick because I don't want it to add too much bulk to what I've already put there. So I just smooth it out with my fingers until it's a decent thickness. I kind of want to smooth out some lumps as well because the less dremeling I have to do, the better. Save the Dremel and all that. But yeah, I'm probably just going to keep going with this, and I will start the video again when I'm done the first one, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so that is 1 tub of foam clay, completely empty. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough, but I decided against doing just like 1. Instead, I did the top bit, because I figured when it dries, I want it to be, especially this bit where it's most structural, I want it to be 1 big bit. And I also did like all the difficult bits, like under here, underneath. Yeah, it was a really good idea to do the tape in white, because it's like super easy to see. Like there's like a little bit here that needs to be smoothed over. So you can really see where the weaker bits are, like here as well. So I just move some of the foam clay around. But it's a super cool material where you can just mould with your fingers. I suppose it's like clay. If I was doing it with clay, it's probably the same thing, where it's super fun. Some bits need more than others, so I was aiming for 1mm, but it's probably a bit thicker than that. There's an annoying tape bit there. But yes. So hopefully I'm going to have enough, otherwise I'm going to have to order some more. Yeah. I suppose that's a really big bit there. And then if I can get over these wide bits, I don't think I'll use much on the ends, but I think I'm going to do the back bit first because that's probably going to use the most. Hopefully I have enough. I'm going to be really sad if I don't. So, yeah, hopefully I don't have to order more. Alright, I have done the back bit. I am not hopeful that I will have enough for the other two. So I think what I'm going to do is try and keep them even. So with my next pot, my final pot of foam clay, I'm just going to go down this side and then match it with that side, and hopefully I'll make it all the way to the end. But if I don't, then I'll just have these bottom bits to do, and I might have to buy 1 or 2 extra tubs. I kind of wanted an extra tub because once you start sanding, sometimes you need to add some. So like a bit here, you can see how it's kind of sticking to the tape underneath. So when I sand that, the tape will show through, and I'm probably going to need to put a whole bunch more foam clay on it. Kind of do like a couple layers, like 1 or 2 layers, just in like bits where it's a little bit thinner and a little bit more vulnerable, but it's looking really good. Really happy with how it's turning out. I just wish I bought 5 pots of foam clay instead of 3, so I reckon 5 is going to be perfect, but we shall see. Well, I surprised myself. Turns out I did have enough. 3 was perfect. I'm probably going to buy another pot just in case, because like I said, when I start sanding it back and like bits like this, a bit dimply, I would ideally like to build it up a bit more. So I'm going to buy maybe another 1, maybe another 2 pots. But yes, I got the first layer all done. Now I'm going to let it dry, and maybe tomorrow do some sanding. Maybe I'll just wait for the rest of the foam clay to arrive, but that is where I'm at with the foam clay. So yeah, looking very nice. I feel like one of these is pointier than the others, but that's alright. Step 2, just about done. Yay!